Meanwhile, Robby Gordon took exception to a similar shot from Earnhardt Jr.
How about the incident afterwards? This is how it started when Dale Earnhardt Jr. bumped Robby Gordon, and then after the race, Robby Gordon retaliated.
Well, again, this is Bristol. Earnhardt Jr. felt like he was done wrong. He didn't have an opportunity to come back. This is what happens. But I disagree with what these guys are doing. This race is over with. You got a problem with one another, get out and settle it man to man. This right here is being disrespectful.
31 wouldn't get out of the way. Lap down, racing the leaders with 10 laps to go. But that's why that's why it takes 3 or 4 times for him to finally get into the West Cup Series, because he don't pay attention, he don't know what he's doing.
I don't know why he would be running into me after the race. I mean, he's the one that knocked me sideways early, and he tried to run me into pit wall, so I hit him back. You know, we had a good car all day. Singular car was a good car. Jeff Gordon snookered me at the start. You know, that was unfortunate. I mean, he started to go, and then he stopped and let me get a stop and go. So, you know, it's just the way it goes. You know, Bristol's always exciting. I got to be honest, I had a lot of fun today. The car worked really good. We had a car that was easily good as a top 10 car. Just got to be up there to run there, and it's just really hard to get through traffic.
Robby, this may be a dumb question. Is this a frustrating place to race?
It is, because so many times you can be as a victim of circumstance. Like, I was running along just fine, and Dale Jr. decided to, you know, move me out of the groove. I lost 20 positions right there at that point. So, you know, I didn't quite understand why he did that early in the race, and then after the race, why he ran into me again on the side. So I don't know what I did to make him mad, but hey, nobody runs into me.
On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Come off turn 2, start down the backstretch. Jr. gets a run. He thinks he has enough, but just barely makes contact with Ward, and bam, in the wall.
You know, one of the hardest places I've ever hit is Martinsville. Lost my brakes going into 3. Although it's a half-mile racetrack, you crash hard.
He didn't even take the helmet off to get out of the car.
No, he's mad.
Yep.
And he's looking for who did it.
Here, I'll talk to the 22 guy up here.
That was Ty Norris, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
I tried to get out of it. He kind of, you know, was abrupt on his entrance. Didn't give me much time. I mean, if he's going to cut me off, then not, you know, give me a little bit of time to get out of the gas, or he's going to get the front out. All right, I'll talk to him.
That ain't going to do any good, Ty.
No. The emotions are running very, very high right now.
I'd talk to him maybe next Friday.
Yeah, at Darlington.
Yeah. Man, oh, man.
Junior just didn't take his time. I mean, we've been giving and taking out there all day. I got some really good words for him, but I can't say it on TV, but I got to just control myself right at the moment.
You sent a nice message, though, with the throw.
I wish I had something I could shot through the window.
That was a hard lick. It really was. And Junior just tried to move up a little too quickly and caught the back of Vickers' car.
And there is Ryan Vickers, also down on the apron. We will find one other car with damage as a result of this crash going into turn 1. And Vickers throwing his arms up.
I guess that'd be a better question for Junior. You know, we had a good car. The GMAC.com Chevy team was doing a good job. You know, we had had trouble in qualifying, but we had a great race car and was just trying to work way to the front. It's just you know, it's just shame it's early in the race for stuff like that. But you know, accidents happen. Hey, you know, we've all made mistakes. You know, Dale apologized, and you know, we'll put our stuff back together and go next week.
I got in the corner too hard. I was kind of letting him go on the outside, and you know, just trying to be impatient if I could. And he got off in the corner a lot easier than I expected him to. I just got in the back of him, turned him around, and just took us both out. Really, pretty much simple as that. Just made a mistake, and hated for Brian, hated for Hendrick Motorsports and all those guys. Brian looked like he had a good car. We was a little bit loose, but I felt like I was, you know, going to be all right for as far as the race goes. But just a shame. I mean, you know, try not to pride myself and make too many mistakes.
Everybody else is doing a little bit of that mirror drive we talked about earlier, but
Robby got a good restart. He's right on the back. He's going to take a look, and Earnhardt's going to be up on the high side. Oh, Edwards just got his Mears full. He's a little bit loose off the 2. He's sideways around, and he got turned.
Oh. Caution flag is out, and here comes Carl Edwards back out on the track.
Carl runs into the 8 car.
Well, I'm sure, you know, NASCAR had a meeting with us the other day, Tony and I, and said they weren't going to stand for that stuff, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I hope Dale's, I don't know what to say. It's racing. I was just upset.
Did you get too loose off of turn 2? The video looks like you got a little loose off of 2.
We broke something. I think it was traction. So we'll see. I mean, it's just...
It is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't going to get mad. I've had enough stuff happen lately. I'm just having a good time, and I just want to make sure he knew that I was upset there.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. I know Carl's really mad, but we got a run off that corner, and he was sideways, and I don't know if he was going to hit the wall or whatever, but he just checked up, and we got in the back end of him, and I'm sure he's mad and thinks we wrecked him on purpose, but it was the last lap or the second to last lap. We was racing pretty hard there. If I got disqualified, 88 would have won anyway, so it would have been a good deal either way.
Yeah, you win either way, so this is not a bad day.
Not too bad. I'm real proud of Menards and Tony Sr. and all the guys give me a real good car. We weren't good when it counted there at the end. We got tight, and Carl had the best car, but don't always work out that way.
2 questions. One, is it okay for you to win having bumped someone out of the way?
Well, it probably divides. I mean, we got a great core of fans, but that definitely is going to divide them right down the middle. So.
Second question, was Carl's response to you to let you know that he was disappointed in you okay?
No, not really. I had my hand out the window after the race, and he could have took my hand off, so luckily nothing. You know, he didn't, but pretty stupid, but, you know, I seen him do it before, so I should have known.
He's getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
It takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is out. The leaders had already taken the white flag.
So is it going to be the 25 or the 9?
There are 19 scoring loops around the track. NASCAR will use scoring loops and videotape to determine the race winner. The checkered flag is out. Checkers and yellow out at Talladega.
Oh, man, oh, man.
No, I mean, it was just a bad deal. I mean, that's racing. You know, I hate it for a points day. That was the biggest deal. We knew we might finish third, but you know, Brian was just a little eager to get his first win or whatever. But you know, my hat's off to Chad and them guys. I mean, Jimmy he's matured a lot in the last year as far as a driver on these restrictor plate races. So it's not his fault. It's just Brian was a little bit anxious. But you know, that's the way it goes. We just got to keep our chin up and dig for this championship. Just glad DI's back on the restrictor plate deal. But my boys in the motor shop just keep digging. We'll get them. All right. Well, he was just waiting till the last lap. Very smart move on his part, and they had a good run coming at the end of the race here. And as you see right there, they got a good push together, working really good together there. And I knew it was just really not going to be much I could do. He went to the inside here, and I tried to block him a little bit. But once I understood that he was there, I didn't push the issue anymore, and the 25 turned him into me. So, I mean, Brian just, you know, excited there. I hate it for 48. I hate it for our team. We had a great car, and not really that upset. I mean, you know, it's just the way racing goes here, and sometimes you come out on the good end of those deals. I'm really happy Brian got his first win, and for Rick Hendrick and everybody, but, you know, just unfortunate we tore our car. My guys really wanted to win today.
This will be a big hit in the championship standings real quick, Junior.
Yeah, ain't much I could have done about it. Believe me, I tried to save it.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was it's pretty exciting to get our first win at the GMXC Chevy. I said I wanted to get a win for Ricky in this car. I want to dedicate this win to Ricky so bad. Not quite exactly how I planned it. You know, Jimmy had a heck of a run, and I was pushing him. And then when he turned down, I got off of him, and he turned down to pass the 8, and the 8 just kept pushing him down. And when he jerked to avoid the 8, trying to block him, I just got in the back of him. I apologize. That's the last thing I want to do was get into Jimmy and all that take place. But you know, when the 8 chopped him and Jimmy swerved, and I just got him. It's not how I wanted to win it, but it's nice to get a win for this 25 car. It's been a long time.
I was going to say, can you explain the mixed emotions that this must bring for you?
Mixed emotions. You're saying enough. I mean, I'll tell you, there at the last lap, I knew that Jimmy was waiting for the last lap, and I was willing to push him to the front. I didn't expect for us to be able to win. I was looking for us to maybe get a second place, for Jimmy to push Jimmy by the 8, and that'd be it. And but what happened, and you know, it's still nice to get this win. It's not quite how we planned it, but I hate it for Jimmy. I want to apologize to him. Like I said, it just when he swerved to miss the 8. You know, I was there and it just happened.
Did he have some contact from behind?
Oh, looks like Junior really got into the back of him hard.
You know, this is the difference between this car and the car tomorrow. The car tomorrow, the bumpers line up perfect, and it looks like Junior just gave him just a little tap coming down the straightaway to kind of help pick his speed up, and it lifted the back of his car up, and he just flat lost control.
I just gave him a lane to try to let him go on the outside because I knew he was going to have a run off the corner, and I got run in the back of and spun out down the back straightaway for absolutely no reason, and it was, you know, a pretty stupid move on his part. And obviously, I'm sure these guys that he's going to be working with next year don't really appreciate this because they've got a championship they can win this year, and he doesn't. So, you know, I don't know what what he was thinking really or what the problem was, but just is very, very unfortunate for all these Kellogg's Carquest boys, and the guys do such a great job. We had an awesome car. I thought it was going to be a car that was going to be a top 3 definitely.
Well, that's all my fault. I was running the top, and he was going by me, and I was letting him go, or really wasn't racing him hard. And I thought he's going to run the inside down off the 2 and run the middle of the back straightaway there for a second. So I stayed in the gas. He's going to run up back by him, and he moved up, and I had time to get out of it, but I just couldn't get it done. But so it's all my fault. I was screaming as he was down on an apron trying to gather it up. I was hollering for him to save it, but looks like he got fishtailing and spun it out. So I think the first thing Tony Jr. has to do when he goes over there to work in a couple weeks is tear that car apart, and that's too bad. But, you know, anything those guys need. That's the last guy I want to run into, last team I want to have to put out. Those guys are trying to make the chase, and I know how hard it is to try to win these championships.
I tell you, that 18's going to get under him right here. Free to go. Here he goes. Junior goes up the hill. Let's see if he can get a bite on the bottom of the racetrack. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway. Ooh, man, that was tight off turn 2. He's got him. I believe he's got him this time. Oh, he turned him. No. Oh, he turned him. No.
It was just a bummer deal. You know, we were both racing hard there, and you know, Denny Hamlin, first off, had the class of the field today. You know, his car was awesome. That FedEx Joe Gibbs Toyota was great. But, you know, Junior and I just racing hard there and getting into turn 3, you know, from the front end replay, it looked like he come down a little bit. But, you know, it's just a part of racing. I mean, I probably could have moved down a little bit lower getting into the corner. He probably could have moved up higher. I mean, it's just a product of good, hard race. And I apologize to those guys. You know, it's tough that they had a great race car tonight, and they probably could have finished, if not winning the race, probably second. But, you know, for us and to go on the way that we have so far since all this has gone on has nothing to do with any of that stuff. So, you know, to me, Rick Pigeon coming on down here was a friend of mine and has always been a great friend of Dale Jr. That was a little uncalled for, and it's not all about him all the time. So he'll know what I mean by that. Whether it's fair or not, he's going to need some security from all of us. But, you know, I haven't seen the replay. Tony Jr. said he looked like Kyle got loose underneath me, and that happened. I was trying to, I wasn't good on the bottom, so I moved up to the top to run as good as I could up there, and he'd been running the bottom, so I figured we'd race it out. And he got a great run around 1 and 2 and nearly caught by me, but he gave me room on the outside off of 2, so I wouldn't say that was intentional going into 3, because if he wanted to, he could have just run me in the fence off 2. But we'd been racing each other earlier and had no problem, so I think I've done that before if it's what happened, if he got loose underneath me. But you know, the worst part about it is just I've been priding myself on running good all year, and I was in position for a win, and I ran hard and got wrecked. And I had a top 3 car, should finish in the top 3. So I was going for the win. Just ended up on the hook today. So just disappointed.
Watch on the caution lap, Denny Hamlin in the 20.
Ooh, whoa. You think he was trying to warm his tires up and didn't see him out there?
I kind of think something crazy. That's crazy right there.
I can't believe Hamlin would have just turned into him. He might have been trying to swerve back and forth like he's doing now. Denny, and didn't see him and just run into him.
83 looking out for his teammate, not going to take it, going to go up there and let Denny Hamlin know that he didn't appreciate that little tap on his car.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Denny did that on purpose. Like Rusty said, it's almost crazy looking the way he may have been trying to weave.
There's the 88 behind the 18 this time, entering 1.
Well, you see Dale Jr. He hit the brakes real hard, locked the left front up. Looks like he tried to stay off of Kyle in that particular instance.
Yeah, and you had the 18 coming down to make his entrance into the corner. I'm not sure that he really thought Junior was up that far.
I know that looked like a payback, but it looked like just hard racing to me.
Well, there's certainly going to be different opinions.
One inside, stay low, keep digging there. Caution's not out.
Coming off 2 down the back straightaway. Junior gets a good run.
Vickers puts a little block on him. And then you be the judge.
Let's reiterate the rule. You are not allowed to advance your position below the yellow line. If you are forced below the yellow line, you must come back up and blend in.
Vickers puts the block on him, and then Junior just turns right back into the racetrack, right in the left rear of Brian Vickers.
Saw a similar situation like that yesterday in the nationwide race.
I had the best angle the first time. I really hated for the Red Bull guys. We had a good car all day. We're all racing for the lucky dog there, and my goal is to keep Junior behind me. And I went to block him. I beat him to the yellow line. And then he just turned us. He hit me the first time on the way down there, which is fine. We all do that. And then when he came back up, he just hooked me in the left rear. And typically NASCAR penalizes. I think the 38 was penalized 5 laps yesterday for doing the same thing. I guess they're not going to penalize him for it, but it's kind of sad. I mean, to wreck somebody intentionally like that in front of the entire field is really kind of dangerous. I mean, that's my biggest problem with it. But apparently he wanted a caution pretty bad.
I got a run on him, and he saw me coming. I had a big old run on him, and I went to the inside. I didn't try to make no late move and try to, make some surprise or anything. I just kind of eased on over, and he went to block me and hit me in the fender and sent us both off to sent me down toward the grass, and trying to recover my car, I got back into him coming back up the racetrack. But I don't hate it, for him, but everybody else got wrecked.
This is 1 lap before the crash. And this is on board Dale Jr. Boy. Did that car snap loose, or was there contact?
I believe you'll see right here there was a little bit of contact. But
Casey Mears.
Junior he had his hands full without any help from anybody.
Then on the what's supposed to be the cool down lap, watch this as Dale Earnhardt Jr. turns Casey Mears around. And before they get to the garage area, here comes Mears back at him. Pow.
So evidently, now we kind of know who was involved back on lap 301.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the wall.
Hold the brake there, got some coming. Hold the brake.
He was running in 4th position. The car got high off.
Yeah, I noticed he really couldn't get through turns 1 and 2 as good as he wanted, and I'm thinking maybe he got hit up here. He's got in the middle of 3.
The 00 can't hold his line, went down in the bottom of the corner and lost it, running the side of my car and spun me out. So I know that he can't hold his line, and I should have known that, but I got to run hard and try to win. Some people you just can't race side by side with. So I'm pretty disappointed. We had a pretty good run. I want to thank my guys and Amp Energy and Mountain Dew and National Guard. We had a real good car, a fabulous car all day long. We were probably one of the best cars here. And working real hard all day, just trying to run best we can. And David just run out of talent down there.
Getting busted at Bristol for speeding by whatever it was when I didn't really gain nothing on nobody. It's not the way it should be. It should be a different way to do it.
I got you, bud. I got you. Calm down, take a couple deep breaths. Everything's going to be fine.
Now, I've heard that voice before. I listened to it for 2 years.
Who does that remind you of?
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Well, Junior's now in 12th place, trying to fight his way back toward the front. And right now, Junior lacks 3.5 seconds to the leader. And we've just gone back to green.
Yeah, he's got a good piece. I think if he just maintains his cool here, he'll be okay.
Could be a top 5 car.
Well, he was. He was running right there in 6th place before he got that penalty.
And don't want to hear about a car length behind me that's on the inside looking low. So just tell me when people are there or not. You know, I don't need to know what they're doing. But when the car's not around me, I need silence.
N4, bud, settle down. A lot of racing here.
I'm hearing you. Told you about this place. Pretty fun, though.
I'm right done with him. N4, man. N4. Everyone's racing like that. Race the same way they do.
This is going through turn 1 and 2, coming up on Mark Martin. And you can hear him roll out the throttle because he saw Mark Martin in the 5 car squeezing up there.
Keep coming. They got to run behind you there. One's back.
Junior riding behind Joey Logano.
Looks like a cut tire. Looks like a tire. I mean, as quick as it went to the right.
Yeah, well, he
had already been in the wall.
Yeah.
He had already been in the wall with the 5 car, and I'm betting he had a rub or something.
Well, I mean, I got on the outside of Mark, and he just come on up and drove us in the fence off the corner. I don't know if his spotter wasn't spotting good or whether he just couldn't see good or what, but just ran and slapped in the wall. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. It blew the right front tire out eventually. We had got the car pretty good at that point. We're kind of moving forward, but I don't know, man. You know, car went away from us in the middle of the race, but I guess we can try to get our stuff together and go back the next week and try to see what we can do.
At points of this feel like a top 5 car to you, and then that would kind of ended the day for you.
I never give up. I mean, even at the end when the car was beat all to we still wanted to try to get what we could at the end of the race. We tried to get as many spots as we can. Every point's a big deal out there, and I just I try really hard to take care of people, try not to be careless, and I don't like putting up with carelessness, and that just really me off what happened out there. So
let's see what we're talking about here.
Junior just made a lane down there on the bottom. Does get the spot from Gordon.
So the f***ing 88, he can thank me later for not wrecking his just that was f***ing stupid.
I mean, I know Jeff's frustrated. I don't see anything wrong with what Dale Jr. did there. You go race and do all that you can do.
It's a race, right?
Little road rage, time to time. There we go. And how many times have we said just so far in our coverage of these Sprint Cup races, these restarts are when these guys are trying to make the spots that they can get. They've carried this battle on, though.
Matt Kenseth playing defense.
Here he goes.
Joe
He's
Gibbs.
there.
They're both there. But Keselowski has the spot on the outside.
Gordon had to check up. He bumped into the back of Matt, and that allowed the 2 to get to the outside. But here comes the 22 on the bottom.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth almost got in too deep. He's going to pay the price.
Whoa, hang on to her, buddy. That 2 car was all over the place.
He almost got turned around as his teammate Logano guns for the lead and takes Gordon with him.
Logano goes to the lead.
And Jeff Gordon is there. He is under and past Matt Kenseth.
Whoa! The 2 just gave the 20 a huge shot. And here comes
Kyle Busch on the inside.
Look at this.
And he has those 4 fresh tires.
Watch this. The 2 just brake checked the 20 right there. And then here comes Dale Jr. He can't stop.
Sorry, my ears are ringing real bad. It's real loud in the car today, but you know, Team Penske gave me a phenomenal car today. The short run speed was great. Long run speed, not so good, and we had a couple short runs there at the end, and we were able to drive up towards the front. And
what happened with Matt? You went up to Matt right as he came up here on pit road.
you know, I had a shot at winning the race, and I felt like he ran me off the track. But you know, you race to win, and he was definitely racing to win. But you know, you hope that when somebody races to win, that they at least win the race if they're going to wreck you or run you off the racetrack. But it was just a mind-boggling move to me. But I made sure and got him back and made sure my teammate could win the race. Happy for Joey Logano and that guy, their team, to get 2 wins. They've been really plugging away hard. I just thought it was uncalled for. You make a move like that, you know, when you're going to win the race from it, not when you're going to just keep someone else from winning a race, and that's all I did. So just got to put that in the bank and remember it.
2 is Matt at the 20, and so he slammed on brakes after the checkered and the 47 run into the 20. I ran into the 20. That was, I don't know what that is all about. Get over it. That's all I can tell him.
Now goes Tony Stewart, turn 1.
I think he made contact with Dale Jr. and cut a tire down.
Dale Jr. Two inside, two inside, two inside. One inside to 78, one inside on the line. Still one inside on the line in the middle. In the middle, clear high, one inside. Pumphrey's on your tight, boy. He's left, keep coming, keep coming. Keep coming there. Caution is out. Just a blown tire. He's just spun out and he's rolling. No other contact. Outside. Down the 51, I had 2 guys underneath me. I was trying to stay low for that 51 and the 14 must have gotten the left rear somehow.
Danica Patrick just slams the wall over here at turns 3 and 4. Loses control of the car. She'll spin it right down to the entrance of pit road.
88, did he hit me?
Oh, yeah. He said he didn't have any brakes.
Go yourself. I mean, really? Didn't have any brakes. Why would you drive in underneath me? Weren't you thinking about that? Maybe the corner before that?
I guess what's going to happen out here with no brakes on a race car. I don't even know why we're out here.
A.J. Allmendinger 3 wide between the 34. The 34 actually got loose of Chris Buescher and just made slight contact with the 88, sent him into the outside fence.
And Allmendinger too.
Well,
both of them got in the wall.
Scrambling right here. That could have been even worse. And I think they're going to have to go to the garage with that car.
Yeah, that's
the 47. Yeah, I just saw him.
I think that's more damage than they think they have on the 88.
Look at that,
a lot of
pancaked
damage here.
The whole right side.
That's garage.
And that is no pun.
That's garage.
Of Allmendinger's car.
I wasn't too bad, actually. I knew I was going to hit the wall. The 34 just drove in the left rear quarter panel, man. I don't know. I mean, when you're on them restarts and all that, you got a responsibility to try to take care of everybody out there, even when you're 3 wide. And I'm disappointed in that. But we had a pretty good car, and we were just kind of taking our time there, and the car was great though. So it's a shame.
We saw Dale Jr. have trouble as he enters turn 3. He goes to put a wheel there. He's got to take the wheel out of it. And now he's climbing the racetrack. And all he can do is lift, get out of the gas, and then go again. And then the same exact thing. As he enters turn 3, the next lap, it happens again. So, he's a second off. There's no way panic's not setting in. You heard him say, how can we be this far off?
I can't turn the wheel. The car steers into the corner by itself. When it says on this, I'm wrecking. Here, buddy. Well, how can we be this stuff?
Obviously, Junior not very happy. He said the turn 3 entrance is just so on edge. He can't handle it. So a little bit of, I wouldn't say panic here in the 88 camp, but a lot of head scratching going on.
One groove, slick. So a new repave, has a lot of grip. Goodyear brings a real conservative tire. It's going to be extra careful on, blistering. They had some blistering in the test that scared them. So they went really conservative on the tire. I think that, personally, I believe they can make that right side tire as hard as they want. Go as safe as you want there so we don't have the blistering, but soften the left up some. The racing will be better. We got issues at all the recent repaves with the left side tires a little bit too hard. So it hurts the racing because you just can't get any grip and turn and go underneath nobody. You just slide that left front all night long through the center and on exit. You can't drive around and underneath guys. And the low downforce. I don't know if all that stuff is a great combination. The drivers want less downforce. If you take me to Texas with the tire we got there and wore out old racetrack and a softer tire or the tire that gets grip into the track, you probably love this type of package. But with it's just a bad combination for the new surface and how conservative that tire is. I mean, you couldn't hustle the car at all. You just on pins and needles all the time on restarts, like, I don't want to lose any ground, and boy, if I have a big slip, I'm going to lose all kinds of track position, which happened over and over to a bunch of guys, myself included. That sucks to race that way. You want to drive and hustle and try to get in there and beat guys, and you can't even run side by side. I mean, guys run side by side is a second slower.